Days after her 90th birthday, Lyudmila Alexeyeva's apartment looks and smells like a flower shop. The veteran human rights advocate may be frail, but she's mentally sharp, if not a little overwhelmed. It's not every day Vladimir Putin pops by with a bunch of flowers, and it turned out to be more than that. She was showered with gifts and compliments.
I was very moved, and I told him that 50 years ago, when I became a human rights advocate, I wondered how many years I end up spending in prison. But I never considered that one day the President of Russia would come and congratulate me.
It was an extraordinary meeting, not just because they're so diametrically opposed, Alexeyeva having fled the Soviet Union in 1976 to go to the United States, while Putin, a year earlier, had become a KGB officer. Now he's in the Kremlin, and as she says, it was an opportunity that couldn't be missed. She ambushed Putin with a call to pardon a man serving a life sentence. After the president said he'd consider it, she pressed him further until she felt satisfied it would happen. Igor Izmestiev, a former lawmaker, was convicted of funding a gang that killed 14 people. Alexeyeva believes it's a miscarriage of justice.
I hope the president will fulfill his promise. It would be very strange if he lied in this instance.
Alexeyeva's toughest work was in the Cold War era, during the Khrushchev and Brezhnev years, in the 60s and 70s. She was a known Soviet dissident, running an underground newspaper and co-founding the Moscow Helsinki Watch human rights group. After exile in the US, she returned to post-Soviet Russia in the 90s and carried on well into her old age with street protests.
I've been fighting 50 years for human rights, and whatever time and energy God gives me, I will keep on fighting. Later on, younger people will take my place.
Alexeyeva is watching and waiting now. She says if, or rather when, Putin acts, it will be the first presidential pardoning in Russia of someone serving a life sentence. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera, Moscow.